Good morning, it's Wisdom Wednesdays. I am Ariana Newcomer, Dove Oracle Priestess and Biofield Tuning Practitioner. And my topic today is whales and connecting with whales. These beings are so much more magical, intelligent, and important than we have generally realized. Mostly they're out of our sight, under the seas. They're out of our thoughts for the most part because they're under the seas and we don't see them. They have a very important role to play, and they are actually helping in these times those of us who are doing all kinds of energetic practices to help create the paradigm shift on the planet that we need. And the whales came in yesterday during my Wise Woman Immersion class when we were doing our subtle activism practice. They asked to be present and assist us with our practice of sending the energy of partnership around the world. And I connected with whales several years ago. I'm lucky to live on the Monterey Bay, where the humpback whales come through, and even some of the large blue whales come through. And I was standing on the cliffs at a place called Marina, and we could see all these whale spouts out in the ocean. And I just grounded myself and centered, and I started reaching out to connect with the whales. And I was so shocked to just practically immediately see this big whale eye, clearly a female whale, just looking right at me. And after that experience, I went and bought this book. And this is what it looked like, only the eye was bigger to me. So this book is called, upside down for you, Beautiful Whale. And the photographer is Bryant Austin. And it's full of gorgeous photographs of whales. But I also saw that the whales were all connected with a web of golden light. Each whale was connected to the other whale in the bay, and there were many at the time in the Monterey Bay. It was the time of their migration through, where they come in to feed on the sardines and other things that live in the Monterey Bay. And I also received the information at the time from the whale who was looking at me directly that they were part of creating the protective energetic grid on our planet. And their populations had been so decimated by the whaling industry when we, as humans, were busy killing them all off, that they had been unable to continue that, but that they were returning because their numbers had been growing. They were able to reestablish and start again contributing to this protective grid around the planet. And that's what we saw yesterday in the subtle activism practice in the Wise Woman Immersion class. And I recently came across on Facebook two articles, one video and an article about whales that talked about other ways in which whales are more important than we realize. So one article talked about the fact that whales actually, this was from Time magazine, these were posted on my personal page and they were public so you could go look. Great whales are the carbon capture titans of the animal world, absorbing an average of 33 tons of CO2 each throughout their lives before their carcasses sink to the bottom of the ocean and remain there for centuries. So a lot of people have posted and talked about how planting trees could be the single most important thing that we can do to help reverse climate change and reverse warming. Saving whales is really, really valuable too. The other one that I came across was a just incredibly gorgeous video of sperm whales talking to a human who was free diving. There are a certain group of divers who have been doing this, actually communicating with the sperm whales, and sperm whales have those just enormous bulbous heads like this. And they will only talk to the free divers. They won't talk to divers who are down there with their oxygen tanks on. because they're making noise. And they won't talk to, ones who are out in boats that are making noise. But these divers go down and just hold their breaths. And the sperm whales literally turn around and face the diver, and they start communicating in clicks. And these clicks have been recorded, and it's found that the sound of the clicks can travel thousands of miles underwater. And so whales actually are able to communicate with each other over thousands of miles, and they have a very, very complex language. It's not simple. So this article said that the whales have the same kind of structures in their brains for language that we do, and they've had them for 15 million years, so much longer than we have. And their clicks constitute a full language. And the clicks even can be so loud that they can actually be damaging to the human body. So the freedivers do have to be careful when they're communicating with the whales. But it's just this really extraordinary thing. And just think about that, how amazing these animals are, and all that they have potentially for us to learn about, and all the ways that they can potentially help us. So I'm going to take us through a guided meditation to connect with the whales. And when we do, connecting with the whales is very, very grounding and centering. And it can really give us hope in these chaotic times. So I invite you to join me in creating this deeper connection with whales. And just begin by closing eyes and deepening the breath. Consciously slowing and deepening our breath is always our first step to coming into a more calm and centered and grounded state. We need all the centering and grounding that we can get in these chaotic times, don't we? So consciously slowing and deepening the breath, soft belly, so that the diaphragm can move down further into the belly as we inhale. Think of the breath as going down in the body instead of up into the chest. Down in the body, that's the way we click in to that vagus nerve and the parasympathetic calming nervous system. So now I invite you to imagine a grounding cord that's going to extend down nice and thick, about the length of your whole width of your torso. Extend that down into the earth. And in biofield tuning, we recognize that we have lower chakras that connect us to earth, that are vital for our energetic health, because we receive that energy from earth, electrical, biomagnetic energy from earth. So bring your awareness to those lower chakras. Earth star is one that's about 1 foot to 1.5 feet below our feet. And then we have several other deep earth chakras. So allow your awareness to inform those chakras as you send your grounding cord down into earth, all the way to the very center of earth, to the molten core of earth. And visualize your grounding cord wrapping around that molten core 3 times. And many people will ask for Mother Earth's permission to ground. In my experience, she never says no. We are beings of earth. This is our birthright, to ground into earth. We do give her our gratitude, however. So now, seeing in your mind's eye and feeling a beautiful surge of golden earth energy rising up that grounding cord, infusing and filling your deep earth chakras, your earth star, with this beautiful golden light of earth energy, and then see that continuing to flow up your central channel and fountain out the top of your head like a whale spout, and fill your entire energy field, your biofield, with this beautiful energy of earth. And now we're going to connect to sun and cosmos. This is the earth, is you can think of as the negative power pole of our internal battery, that flow of energy, whereas the sun and cosmic energy is the positive flow. So we have these two flows naturally. So we're going to bring our awareness out into the universe, to the central sun, to the center of all creation in the universe, and draw in a crystal and golden white light from there, and bring that through our sun to come in through our upper chakras. And in biofield tuning, we use the sun star or 8th chakra to really connect with this energy. So see and feel that energy infusing your upper chakras and your 8th or sun star, or it's also called the chakra of our divine self. See that beautiful crystal and golden white light filling this chakra. Think of it as an orb that's filling with this beautiful energy. And now see and feel that energy connecting into your crown and flowing down your central channel to the earth star and back around like a reverse whale spout. So we now have our double flow of energy from earth and from cosmos. And these two energies spiral in our central channel, and they help to recharge our internal battery. As we're now, just let out some sound with your breath, as we're now connected to earth and sun, balanced between earth and cosmos, recharging, filling up our internal batteries. I invite you now to visualize a whale. This can be any kind of whale. There are many kinds. There are orcas, there are humpbacks, there are sperm whales, right whales, blue whales, narwhals, beluga whales. Choose whatever kind of whale you resonate most with and ask to connect with the whales. So as we connect again with our grounding cord, we can connect with whales through the underground waters. The waters exist all underground, not just within the seas and the rivers, but there are many, many, many underground sources of water, aquifers, if you like, and sources of water flowing underground, especially in the rains. So connecting with a whale, if you can see an eye of the whale, ask for connection with this whale. And as all of those who are watching or listening to this meditation at any time, we are all connected. So we see ourselves connected with golden light, with our hearts. From each of our hearts, we are all connected. And we are connected with all people on the planet who are working to create the positive change that we need. We see ourselves all connected with golden light, all of our hearts connected. And we now see, as we ask for connection with the whales, we can now see, imagine, using our imaginations is the way that we access these subtle realms. See the whales connected with their own webs of golden light, each whale to the next, all of the whales connected in all of the waters, seas and oceans around the world. And we now connect our hearts to the whales, and we send our love and appreciation and gratitude to them as we ask for this deeper connection and alliance in our work of helping to reestablish the protective energy grids on the planet that help protect the planet from off-world influences that are not for her greatest good, that help to protect all beings on Earth, and to help reconnect us with each other, the web of life on Earth and under Earth, underground waters, the roots of trees, the mycelial networks, the microbes and small beings under Earth that are vital to the health of soils, the crystals, the fire under earth, the magma. We see ourselves connected and helping to reestablish the protective grids. I've been shown that there are 3 levels of these protective grids: under earth, on earth, and above earth in the atmosphere. We see ourselves all connected with the whales, sending this energy of love, this golden light, into each of these protective grids. And the whales, these magnificent beings, we also ask for greater understanding. We ask for an opening of our perceptions to be able to receive communication from the whales, and to be able to understand. We do this more with our subtle senses at this point, with our subtle senses, with our intuition, with our imagination, with our connection, energetic connection to the web of life, to the world around us. We can receive this information. We see these webs, these protective webs, strengthening, brightening their golden light so that under earth, on earth, and above earth are increasingly protected from energies, influences, and entities that are not for our greatest good. And we give our thanks and appreciation to the whales for assisting us in this practice. And this is a practice you can return to. You can come back to this video, or you can create your own practice of connecting with whales. Give your appreciation and thanks to these magnificent beings for being with us on this planet and being part of our web of protection. So one of the ways that we can assist our own selves in developing this energetic sense and our intuition is through biofield tuning. I'd be delighted to give you a session. I'll put a link to have a conversation with me about biofield tuning or spiritual mentoring in the comments. See you next time.